Alright, right now I'm headed to the Belle Terrace because I'm going to try out the Fantasmic dining package there. Um, it's $45 and you get seats, reserved kind of seating area for Fantasmic. And I figured, as Walt Disney once said, to all who come to this happy place, treat yourself. So I'm going to try that out and see what we think. For a number of years, the Belle Terrace was a quick-serve cafeteria-style restaurant, and it was a popular location for having a pancake breakfast along the river. But it is now a table service restaurant, and with this table service restaurant comes the Fantasmic dining experience. With this experience, you get a starter, an entree, and a dessert. For the starters, they have either a house salad or corn chowder. For the entrees, you get your choice of a fried chicken sandwich, half chicken, a pulled pork sandwich, barbecue tofu, pork spare ribs, the catch of the day, or the beef brisket sandwich. Each of the entrees come with baked beans and your choice of one other side, and those sides are either coleslaw, seasonal tater bites, potato salad, or a seasonal vegetable. And for dessert, you can have the Maleficent Dragon dessert, the strawberry shortcake, or the butterscotch pudding parfait. You also get a beverage with your meal. The children's dinner is $25, and for a starter, they get celery and carrots with ranch dressing. For the entree, they can have either oven-roasted chicken, a sustainable fish dish, pork ribs, or mac and cheese. And for the dessert, the menu says to ask the waiter about the children's desserts. I believe I saw some of the kids with butterscotch pudding, but I'm not sure what other options are available. I decided for my starter to go with a salad, but I requested not to have any cheese on it. I was struggling to decide between the two different dressings available, either apple vinaigrette or the house-made ranch, so they brought both of them on the side. For the salad, the apples and candied pecans and dried cranberries all made it really nice and fresh, and I think it tasted best with the apple vinaigrette, but the ranch dressing is also a nice option if you're feeling a little bit less adventurous. For the entree, I went with the pork spare ribs, and they were delicious. Lots of meat and a great flavor. The portion was so large that if I wasn't staying in the park for the next few hours, I could have easily taken several of them home to eat later. The baked beans were good. They didn't really stand out to me as amazing, but they were good baked beans. And the potato salad had a very good flavor, but I personally like my potato salad a bit more creamy, and this was a little bit more liquidy and runny. So if I were to do it again, I would try either the cold slaw or the tater tot bites, which I was hearing some good things about. But once again, I highly recommend the pork spare ribs. I'm looking around at the other tables. Several of the people had the different kinds of sandwiches, and those were also very large, and I was hearing some great compliments about those as people were eating them. Lastly, I had to go with the Maleficent dessert, and I was not disappointed. Not only is this fun to look at and very Instagram worthy, it had a great flavor. It has a caramel mousse that's over a spiced dark chocolate blackberry ganache center. I was told that the spice used in there is a hint of cayenne pepper, and so there is really a bite and a little heat to the aftertaste of that ganache. And then it's served with an orange vanilla sauce. This was not only fun to take pictures of, but it was delicious. You can definitely taste that spice in the end, so it is a little hot, but it was very good. As for Fantasmic, when there's two showings in the evening, you get your choice of either going to the earlier showing or late showing. Many of them were requesting the earlier showing, partially because it was the Disneyland half marathon weekend, so some of them were running the half marathon the next morning. But also, some of them like the idea of being able to not have to worry about navigating the crowds after the fireworks or having to be over on that side of the park as it gets a little hectic and crowded. I personally took the later showing, and I got great seats. Often it seems that the Blue Bayou dining experience gets the very center section, but I think there wasn't as many people from Belle Terrace who had requested the later showing, so they actually had us sitting with the Blue Bayou people, and they extend some of the Blue Bayou seating into what I would typically think is more of the Belle Terrace area. I think there was more Blue Bayou guests there that evening and less Belle Terrace, and so they kind of spread us out that way. As far as Fantasmic goes, there have been some changes, but overall I feel like it's still a great show and very entertaining. I love some of the new parts, including Genie, Aladdin, Rapunzel. There's also some new effects and some other new surprises that were really fun. My least favorite change, and you've probably heard this from other people, is the replacement of the Peter Pan, Captain Hook scene with Pirates of the Caribbean. While it is still neat to see Captain Jack on the pirate ship and the music is always great with Pirates of the Caribbean, it does feel kind of oddly placed and doesn't seem to quite flow with the rest of the show. But other than that, the show was great and my seats were perfect, so it was very enjoyable to see. The question is, do you have to pay $45 to be seeing or get decent seats for Fantasmic? My answer to that would be no. And you don't even have to get the cheaper $30 Hungry Bear dining package, which is a little bit to the side. If you do get a fast pass earlier in the day and you arrive early, maybe just a little bit before the required time on your fast pass, you are going to likely be still somewhat towards the center, not dead center, but a little bit closer to the Golden Horseshoe, but there was still some seating area there, and those still would have been great seats. I've had those seats before and they were very nice. Not dead center, but you could still see everything very clearly. And even if you don't get a fast pass early in the day, there's still some standing area that you can come early and do that. It's just you'll be standing for longer. So the big benefit of this whole dinner is the fact that you do get that seating without having to worry about being there an hour and a half, 2 hours kind of navigating the crowd, because it's not overly crowded in the dining area. So it's one of those things. For the food, I would probably typically pay $20 to $25 for the meal I had, but with not having to worry about the seating, it does make it, to me, at least worth $40 to $5. But if you are traveling with a lot of people, or maybe someone wants to save some money, or you're just going with the family, you can't be paying $45 for each person's meal. Definitely still see Fantasmic. Just grab a fast pass earlier in the day. Alright, that will do it for this review of the Belle Terrace Fantasmic dining experience. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, and also if you'd like to see more of these in the future, be sure to subscribe, because we'll have some more coming soon. Thanks.